going on at the moment, so I do
No, you're right.
apologise.
It's really good to see you, by the way. I've missed you. That's why I messaged you like, that's the
Oh,
Minty in my life.
I am so grateful that you've reached out to us, I must admit, and I really do appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And yeah, life's just been crazy ass busy, I ain't gonna lie.
It has indeed. It's been wild.
It's been bonkers. It really has. Oh, hi, Holly.
Good morning, Holly. How's it going? Morning, Bree.
Hi, Bree.
Hi, Andrea. Andrea's on
Hello,
time this
Andrea.
morning, as always.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. But no, I'm so grateful that you've asked me to come back on. I truly am, I must
We
admit.
love your vibe,
I,
Minty. We really do. We are
oh,
so
thank
grateful for you
you.
to be here. And I'm very excited to get a reading this morning.
That's so cool. That is awesome.
I'm sure I'm not the
Ah,
only one. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
good
For those of
morning,
you
all.
who are new to the page, you may not remember Minty. Minty was about 6 weeks ago, I think, the last time we spoke. It's been a while.
Wow, was it that long ago?
Yeah,
That's
give or take. It
crazy.
might even be longer. It feels a
I
long
think it
time.
might be a
So
little, it's possible it might be a bit longer, actually. I think it might be.
wow.
I'm not sure.
I've been
Not
flying
sure.
lately. The clocks are all wrong. I don't believe any of them anymore.
Well, to be fair, we used to follow the moon and not the sun. So, the moon was far
Good
more
point.
accurate than the sun. Hey, Brandy Lynn, hope you're well. Thank you for joining
I
us.
told Brandy you were coming on. She's like, yay! She got so excited.
Oh, bless her heart. She was on my live the other night. So I'm very grateful that she was on my live the other night. So, no, I really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. It's been at least two
What have you
months.
been up
Yeah,
to?
I think you're right. I think you're right, Michelle. I think it has been
Yeah,
about two
wow.
months.
Time's been flying
Did I
like
give you a
crazy. What
reading?
have you?
I don't remember giving a.
Oh, Minty pulled a Brandy. Something happened there. Maybe she's in the Matrix.
Apparently I gave a re. I never remember who I've read or what I said or what I've done. It's like once the message is gone, it's like poof, and it's gone
Well, that's
just
what
like
channeling is. That's why
that.
channeling has to be recorded. You're the phone that the message is coming through.
Exactly. No, and it's one of those. It is one of those. It's great. I love it. I mean, the amount of times that a client will come back and I'll be like, I've seen you before, and they'll be like, Minty, I've seen you about 5 times, and I'm like, have you? I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's great. I love it. But no, it's
So
awesome.
how do we even begin here? Let's see.
Well, funny enough, I had a question asked me on one of my lives on New Year's Eve, and I feel like it might
Hmm.
be appropriate to share on your page. And
Of course.
someone said to me, what did Spirit have as a message for the collective? And I sat there for a little while and pondered it. And I had my guys come through, and they were talking about affirmations, manifestation, gratitude diaries, and how to raise our own energy. And are you happy for me to share this?
Mm, by all means, yeah.
Cool. So I've always been a firm believer in that for our own mental well-being. Excuse me. Sorry, I've got a bit of heartburn going on. Let me have some water. Mm, that's better. A gratitude diary. It can help us change our mindset. It can help us focus our energy. At the end of the day, we're all magnets. And I hate this thing
Yes.
about good and bad luck. I don't believe in good and bad luck. What I do believe in is positive and negative energy. Now, you can wake up in the morning, trip over the cat, step on a piece of Lego, scold yourself in the shower, spill a coffee down your top, and get red lights all the way to work. You're focusing on the negative. So, what I normally always say is if you nearly trip over the cat, but the cat scuttled off, sit back down on the bed for about 2 minutes. It allows you to reprocess, it allows you to reprogram your day. As you're sat on the bed, well, you can focus on, well, the cat's still alive, and I haven't broken my neck, which is a bonus. But I can then see the piece of Lego in the doorway, so I know I'm not going to step on that, and I pick that up. I then go for a shower, and it's quite a nice warm shower. I go downstairs, someone's either made me a coffee or I've got a nice coffee. I get green lights on the way to work. I'm a lot calmer, I'm a lot happier. I've changed my energy. I'm not in that rush. I'm not chasing my tail. And that's how our energy works, is how we focus on our energy. Now, the gratitude diary is what I was also told to do. Now, I always say go out and find a, and it's got to be pen and paper. I'm a firm believer in using pen and paper because it gives it a physical release. Go and find a diary or a notepad that you really put your heart and soul into. Now, I'm quite particular about pens. I don't like those pens that have like a scratchy feel on paper. So I will go and try and find a pen that doesn't do that. And then what I'm doing is 5 minutes before I go to sleep each night, I'm gonna, so for the first week, every night for the first week, write down the 5 positive things that have happened that day. It might be someone has smiled at you. It might be someone that you've had a great cup of coffee. It might be that you've had green lights on the way to work, the sun's shining, the birds are singing. You've been asked out on a date. You've had a wonderful meal. And you're writing those 5 things down. And you do that for the first week. You then do 10 for the second week, 15 for the third week. So you're seeing the pattern here. And at the moment, it might feel like, Christ, how the hell am I going to find 15 if I can't even find 5 at the moment? The thing is, you're changing your mindset. You're focusing more on the positives. And the more you focus on the positive, the more positive you're going to attract in. Now, don't get me wrong, we are human. And, we all will have a bad day. And we need those bad days because then they make us appreciate the good days. But the bad days never last forever. Excuse me. If you can only find one thing, still write that one thing down for that day. It's equally as important. But then when you get to the end of the month, so by the end of the month, you're looking at around about writing a list of 20 positive things for that day. When before you go on to week 5 and writing 25, read back through the previous month. You will see where your energy switches and changes, and then you will see that you might find that actually I've got a little bit extra money in the bank account, or I've made a new friend, or there's all these other different energy things coming in, is what I am just being shown. And this is actually raising your vibration. This is raising your energy. And this will allow you then to achieve your further goals. Now, at the beginning of each month, or certainly for now, the beginning of January, write a list of what you're wanting to achieve this year. When you get to the beginning of February, look at what you've achieved already, tick those off, carry that list forward of the remainder, but also add to that list of what you want to achieve from February onwards. You're focusing your energy, you're changing your energy, and that will then allow your energy to rise. And then what you'll notice is the more positive you're feeling, we then start attracting other people because they like that energy, they like that feeling.
Yes.
So you might end up being a counselor for someone, smiling at someone in the street, saying hello to someone random stranger will raise their vibration. And something I was saying the other day, there's about 32 people watching. And I said, if all 32 of us went out tomorrow and said hello to every single person or smiled at every single person in the street, okay, don't get me wrong. Some people look at me as though I've got 2 heads. I mean, they do that regardless anyway. But some will look at you as though you've got 2 heads. But the 90% will either smile back, say hello or good morning. You're raising their energy a little bit. Those 32 people will then go on to do the same again. That's 64 people. Those 64 will go on and do 128. By the end of the week, you've got nearly 1,000 people that have raised their vibrations. And it might have actually just made a difference to someone's life just by smiling or saying hello can make a massive difference.
I
And
am
that is
one of
what my
those
guys
people
were
that even
saying.
when even when I'm out in public, I'm always smiling. I have people come up to me and say, "I love your smile" all the time. I swear to God, it does happen because I do. I just walk around going all the time, And I
That's
force
so
myself, even
cool.
when I'm in a bad mood, I kind of force myself to put on a happy face, because I realize that your vibe attracts your tribe, as they say. And you really
It
do
does.
attract you. If you go out there in a mood, you're going to attract all the moody people. If you go out there in a bad, you know what I mean? And I've noticed that. So I just always try to
Exactly.
put a smile on my face and just smile at random people. And every time I do, especially old people, they really, you can feel how happy they are just to be noticed and
Oh,
have somebody
gotcha.
speak to them,
Oh, I've
It's
got a
sad
very,
how
I mean, there's,
society's got us so separate.
they have. I mean, if I was probably about 2 years ago, I actually remember waking up one morning, very, very quick story. And I decided consciously that I was going to say hello to every single person that I saw on my way into town. And I did. And there's this one old lady, I think she said she was like mid 80s, like 83, 84. And I actually said good morning to her. And the smile that came off her face was huge. And she kind of was welling
Oh,
up a little bit. And I said, are you okay? And she goes, do you know you're the first person in 2 weeks to actually say good morning to me, to actually acknowledge that I exist and that I'm alive? And I ended up spending about a 10, 15-minute conversation, 20-minute conversation with her. And she was saying that over the last 2 weeks, she would try and say hello to the cashier, ask how their day were, and she was just kind of ignored or grunted at or very much abruptly told how much she had owed or how much she had to pay for her goods. And she just said, it made me feel like I didn't belong in this world anymore. And just by having that 15, 20-minute conversation, she started telling me about her family and how she was on her own and she's got this little dog and she was just like, I always believe in, and she was saying to me, she said, even though I get ignored, I still believe in humanity. I still believe in that there are good people out there. And apparently that morning, I had just kind of reaffirmed for her that there are good people out there. Now, I still sometimes see her around town, and I purposely always make sure I say hello to her or good morning to her. And she's just like, I mean, she said to me, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I saw her, and she said, whenever I see you, you're always smiling. She said, your energy is awesome, don't ever change. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, really, really grateful for it. But isn't it such a shame, like you were saying, no one, I think that's my biggest ever
yeah.
fear is I like my own company. I'm happy to be on my own, but loneliness, that is such a it really can pull you right down. So I think it's always important to try and say hello to people, try and smile and acknowledge them.
Loneliness is really hard to combat. This is why I think so many people have codependency issues. I
Yeah.
had codependency for a very long time where I wouldn't be single just because I didn't want to be alone. I would rather be in a bad relationship than be by myself. And there's a lot of people out there that are like that. It takes a lot of healing to get past that point.
It does. But I think a massive part of that healing is when other random people will say hello to you or acknowledge you. And that can
Yeah.
actually be quite empowering. And being comfortable in your own company, being comfortable in your own energy doesn't mean that you're going to be there on your own forever. I mean, we can find relationships or we can find the right people. But what we do is we create those better boundaries where we're not forming those toxic relationships, or we'll spot them a lot quicker and much more cautious or careful of who we allow into our energy. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's empowering in itself as well.
Absolutely. And tarot does a good job helping people through that period too, to give you a little bit of advice and insight. I'll never forget when I did a tarot reading just after I broke up with my ex a year ago on New Year's Eve, ironically, for being a jerk. So actually, what's funny is I did a reading that night, and the tarot cards told me you're going to have to go through a period of isolation, self-love. And it's
It's
been a
amazing what the
year of
cards will
that
come out.
isolation and self-love. And it's true. And I was like, oh man, it told me that I was going to have to go through a period of loneliness and get back to myself again. And that's what I've done for the whole last year. And now my codependency is gone. I actually like my own company more than anybody else's now.
And that's not a bad thing. It's a good
No,
thing.
it's
It really is a
not. No,
good thing.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's absolutely
So
awesome. That's so cool.
it's just
And
wonderful
it
to get
is.
advice and a bit of validation from the universe,
It is, and that's the thing as well. And I think actually, when you start to enjoy your own company, that then also becomes a magnet for the right people coming towards you as well. Because
Yes.
you know, we're always told, focus on what you want, or um, be mindful of toxic relationships. But when you're happy in yourself, the thing is that I tend to find is anyone that's in a negative energy or is in a bad mood or in a negative mood, they kind of can't stand being in that positive energy. It's like intoxicating for them. So actually, you don't have to actually do anything because they'll take themselves away. Anyone that's in that negative mind frame, just wish them
Oh, it's
well,
so
send them
ironic
on their
you're saying
way.
that today, Minty.
But they will take themselves away. They will take themselves away.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's one of those where, and then that will make room for the right positive people to come in, and that's the important part. That is the important part. So, no, it's
I needed
so
to hear
so
that
cool.
today. Thank you, Minty. That
Ah,
very
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Minty really is a medium, you guys. He is tuned in.
I'm either that or a schizophrenic with voices in my head, and I'm not too bad at guessing. That's what I normally tend to
I was
tell
gonna say
people.
those are both mediums technically. One's a medium with boundaries, one's a medium without boundaries. Like
Exactly, exactly. And that's what I always put it down to. Is great. I love it.
you gotta love it.
I am loving
They're
the
asking
comments,
for
by the way,
your links
guys.
now. I'm gonna get your link so they can. There we go. Minty's tarot and mediumship readings. I got it.
Oh, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I'm so, so grateful for all the kind comments that
This
I'm
is where
seeing this
you can
morning.
follow the Minty. There you go. And you're still
Oh,
doing
thank you
your
so,
readings
so
with
much.
Saturdays? Saturdays you still do
Yeah.
your readings? Yeah.
Oh, I do readings all the time. It's like
I meant live. Your live videos is what I meant. Sorry.
my lives are a bit sporadic. They're as and when I feel. I don't mean
That's
it
good though.
disrespectfully.
If you feel like it, do it. If you don't, don't.
Then
It's
exactly,
how it's supposed to
exactly. I
be.
try to do them on a
Good.
Friday or a Saturday, or sometimes a Sunday. It's one of those that I will try and do a couple of lives a month at least. I am looking at, well, I'm starting a mindful meditation circle in person locally to where I live, but I'm also looking at trying to, by the end of February, do an online one as well. And
Nice.
I do send people on meditations where they connect with their spirit guides and loved ones, but it's not so much about the getting the messages. It's about finding that peace, that calm, that clarity, that answer for themselves, that direction for themselves. So that's what I try. That's what I'm going to also be looking at trying to do as an online collective as well as in person.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's not about going
Definitely.
to someone else for the answer. We can find the answers in ourselves. And that can be equally powerful or more powerful, really. Um, a lot of the time, I don't know about you, Lara, but a lot of people will come for confirmation that they're on the right path, and
Yeah.
just for any other little bit of insight that might kick in as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'll go to other people for confirmation. Even I'm there sometimes thinking, Christ, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right way? What's going on? Sometimes I'm there with no map, no compass, no GPS, no Google map or anything. And I'm like, where am I? And sometimes you just need that little bit of direction, that little bit of guidance.
Yeah. Don't we? True that. Speaking of
And
guidance,
talking,
how are we
talking,
gonna
I
close
was,
the cards to these wonderful people that
oh,
are so excited?
of course. That's what I was going to say. Speaking of guidance, funny enough, we're definitely on the same bandwagon. There's no two ways about that one. Yeah, if you've got a particular question you'd like an answer to, pop up your
Well, let's do
question.
one
If
for the
you
collective first. Let's do a collective
okay,
reading first, and then
let's do a
we can throw
collective.
some numbers out there and see. You know what I mean?
That
Do it
sounds
that
like a
way.
great
We'll just do
idea.
numbers between 1 and 20, and if you guys end up picking the same number, then you've got the reading. Then it's supposed to be for you. You know what I mean? Everybody that picks the number
That's
3,
so cool.
blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So that way, multiple
Yep,
people end up getting a similar message.
I like that idea. I've never tried that before, but oh, we got a card that's fallen out. Right. So this is for
Ooh, there we
everybody that's
go.
watching at the moment. And I've got the King of Swords. I'm hoping you guys can see this one. And it's remembering to take that time out and to stop. But I also
Let's
feel like it's like we can actually learn a lot from the animal kingdom. You never see I mean, dogs you might see rushing around chasing their own tail. So maybe don't listen to dogs, but they've got great energy because they're always happy. They're always focusing on that positive energy again. But this is about sometimes remembering to stop, not feeling guilty for resting, remembering to take time for us, allowing ourselves to follow our own hearts, follow our own path. You know, it's okay to say to people, actually, you know what? No, I can't help you today, but I might be able to help you in a couple of days' time. You know, because it's about looking after our own energy. That is the most important part of this. What was that, Daniel? King of.
Daniel was just saying he wants to do cosplay with you, Lord of the Rings style.
That's so cool. What am I going to be Legolas?
Actually, that's a Gandalf vibe, just a young Gandalf.
A young Gandalf. I quite like that. I quite like. I must admit, when I was with my ex-wife, the kids always used to turn around and say they couldn't wait for my beard to go white because then I could be Gandalf the White, which I love. But it's about getting out into nature. It's about reconnecting with the earth, and that is for me what the King of Swords means. And it's about if you've got any big decisions to be making and you're unsure, you're uncertain, get out into that nature, connect with the earth, have that little meditation, whether it's by water amongst the trees. It will help bring that answer in. So I hope that all makes sense. So so how are we doing the readings? You're saying by numbers.
Well, I was say everybody just started throwing out numbers. Y'all are hilarious. We weren't even ready yet. Turn up Minty.
This is so cool. I mean, don't like I say, I don't know what I never know what day of the week I'm on.
I'm gonna pick a
Obviously,
number between 1 and 20. If you get that number right before the reading, and you get in your head, then this reading is for you. That way, we can do multiple readings, and people will get the message if it meant to them. Plus,
that's cool.
remember, if it resonates, it's meant for you to hear it. If this is something that your brain just goes, yeah, that's the truth right there. That's something
Yeah,
that you were meant to hear regardless. So even if you
that's
don't
cool.
guess the right number, if you hear the message and it resonates, it's for you. I'm
Cool.
gonna pick number 13 because today's a weird day. Let's
I
so
love
most of you,
13.
my
13
favorite
is like
number.
one of my
13 and
favorite
33.
numbers. I love 13. And actually, if you add it up in numerology, it gives you four, which gives you home, which gives you stability, which gives you grounding. It's an extremely powerful number. So, what I'm going to do, because we're going to go by the numbers, I'm actually going to count to the 13th card and we'll read the 13th card.
Ooh, that's
One,
clever.
two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we've got 13. Wow.
Oh,
So, for anyone that's picked
interesting.
13, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, for me, this is about sitting in my true power, sitting in my true self, trusting in what I'm believing, trusting in the energy around me. There's some big decisions that are going on at the moment, big choices. This could be career or home. And I feel like it's more career because I feel like it's about learning new courses or teaching new courses. If you're looking for that new work, now is the time to start looking for it. Because I do feel like there's a change to people's work coming by the end of January, beginning of February. If you're looking at starting your own business, trust in the belief that it will actually grow and get bigger. But you're sharing your energy, but you're sharing it in a way that's comfortable. You're not being taken for granted anymore because you're sitting in your true power. And I love the way her happy, smiley face is. It's like, yes, it's like I've achieved and I'm moving forward. And I do feel that it's one of those where I just feel like I've let go of the past and I can actually finally say I'm happy where I'm at. So I hope that makes sense.
Yes, that's beautiful. It resonates with me,
Cool.
all right.
That's so
So
cool.
thank
There's
you.
definitely new courses or new workshops or new learning going on. So if you've been looking at like wanting to, it's all about, for me, it's all about the new changes, the new starts. It's bringing that energy in and moving forward with that energy.
Wonderful. All right. Well, for some
Cool.
reason, number 8 is in my head. So for those of you
Awesome.
who just guessed 8 a minute ago,
We're going to do
8
the
for
same one
Shay.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What have we got? What have we got? Wow, 6 of wands. And it's about success. It's saying you've achieved your goals, you've achieved your dreams. It's saying you are allowed to be proud of yourself and actually, oh, say that again. Don't let someone else dim your light. Don't let someone else put you down for being happy about what you've achieved or what you've done, because you're entitled to be happy. It's not egotistical to say you're good at something. It's not egotistical to say, you know what, I've worked bloody hard and I'm happy with what I've got. Because at the end of the day, we're all entitled to have that. And, and it's nice to have that celebration. It's nice to have that recognition. Whoever's going for a promotion at the moment, I do feel like there is a promotion that's coming into play here around the end of February, beginning of March as well. So they're saying go for it, don't talk yourself out of it. But I'm also feeling like I'm wanting to try something new. And it's like I want to throw myself a little bit more into the limelight. So I don't know if you're looking for like a new hobby or a new interest, but it's like, actually, I might go off on my own and do this, but you know what? I'm going to make new friends. I'm going to make better friends as well with this one as well. So don't be afraid of stepping out your comfort zone or trying something new. I hope that makes sense.
It does indeed. Beautifully said, Minty. Thank you.
That's cool. Ah, excuse me for sniffling. I do
So let's get some
apologize.
new numbers, guys. Get some new numbers. Oh, good one.
That's so cool.
That
Oh,
people are
Jessica,
saying resonates. Good stuff.
I'm so pleased that this is resonating for people. I really, really am.
Wow, there's a lot of 14s. All right, let's go with 14.
Right, 14. Here we
I
go.
just saw
14.
14 like 5 times in a row. Yeah, let's go with
Well,
14.
14 will add up to the numerology of 5, which is all about change, which is all about new beginnings and new starts on that one. So this will actually resonate if we're going to go on the numerology route. So 14 and 5s, this might resonate to both of you. So 1,
Perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we got
It's a
14.
fun way of doing it.
It's a great way of doing it. I absolutely love this.
I like changing
Wow.
it up and just seeing how the universe plays along.
And I'm loving how we've got the Page of Pentacles. So it's all about balance. Everything's coming into harmony. Everything is coming in together. So I'm talking about change because of number 5, which actually would resonate with this. So if you are, it's like this is for people that might not like change themselves, but I want to say just sit, breathe. The change is for the positive, it's for the better. It's all about moving forward. By the end of February, beginning of March, there's this real sense of balance that's coming in, but also finances are kind of picking up. So you might have spent quite a bit of money recently. Now, I'm not on about Christmas. This is kind of like either moving house, buying a new car, that kind of thing. But what I feel is it's like whatever money you put out into the universe, you're going to recoup it back. It will come back, but it's just patience and it's learning that patience. But it's also, there's a real sense of strength and confidence of being on your own in that energy, in that balance, putting all your weight onto that one leg. I am trusting my one leg to support my whole weight. So it's that learning to trust and it's learning to be in that sync and in that flow as well. So that's what it's all about. Brought a new car last year, investing into the universe. That's awesome to hear. But this is all about moving forward. And it's just saying everything that you've worked hard for over the last 2 years is finally starting to come together. And that's the most important thing. So I hope that all makes sense.
It does indeed. That was beautiful.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think a lot of us
I love these
that.
cards, by the way. These cards are amazing.
That's a lovely deck.
The deck is called the Lightseer's Tarot. And I was actually running
Nice.
a tarot course last year, actually this time last year, and someone had bought a miniature deck with them, and I was like, "Where did you get them from?" Because I absolutely love the colours and everything. And then lo and behold, where I was running this course, there on the shelf was this deck, and it was the last deck that they had, so I had to buy them. It was like they are mine, and I absolutely love them. I really, really do. Oh, a few people have got this deck as well. Yeah, I think they are really just such a beautiful. I mean, even as I call it, the slightly more negative cards or the warning cards. I never really like calling them the positive or negative. It's normally like
Yeah.
the positive and a warning card. But even the warning
Like
cards are actually
I got
beautiful.
the tower this morning and I was like, oh shit.
Honestly, I love the tower card. I love the tower card because at
Whenever
the
I
end of
get
the
the tower
day,
card, I know everything's going to shit.
well, if you look at it like this, the tower card, it's only ever the top of the tower that's getting broken off. And actually, the
Yeah.
foundation is solid as a rock, and you've got that firm foundation. And for me, what that shows is it's clearing the
Yeah.
negative energy. It is a short, sharp shock, and it is explosive, but as quickly as it gets destroyed, it regrows. So actually, what it's doing is just removing that negative block that you need out the way, so it allows you to carry on growing. So don't see the tower
Yeah.
as a negative. It's a good card. It's a good card.
Thank you for that reminder.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm loving all the comments, by the way, guys. So,
You
what's your
guys
next
want to do
number?
another one? Pick another. I was gonna say, pick another number, guys. Let's see
Let's
which
go for
number
another
stands out the
number.
most. Oh yeah, to answer your question, I'm drinking kombucha like I normally do. This one's ginger pineapple belly reset. It's really nice,
What's
actually.
that?
Kombucha. It's kombucha. I've been trying a new brand. It's quite
Heard of
nice,
it?
actually. Yeah,
Ooh, I might see if I can
it's
get it
really
over
good.
here.
I love kombucha, all
Is
the
that
different
like
flavors. This is an
is
organic
that
one
like a
that's got.
tea?
It's a fermented tea. It's a really good one.
Oh, okay.
I love ginger and
I'll have to have a
pineapple. Anyway,
look. Oh, ginger and pineapple is
lots of
awesome.
sevens. Look at all those sevens popping up. Let's do a
Oh, we've
seven.
got to go for a seven. We've got to go for a
Yeah,
seven.
there's a lot of
Let's do a
sevens coming up
seven.
there.
Let's go for it. Right. So seven is actually quite a spiritual number. This is meaning that you're starting on your spiritual path, and it's just sort of saying that it's like that seven always kind of reminds me of a bit like a child in a sweet shop. It's probably my energy. I love sweets, and I still am a child. And I love trying everything. And seven is always about trying something new and bringing that childlike energy in and having that fun. So, right, one, two, three, four, five, six. Got number seven. Let's see what we got. And seven's normally
Nice.
considered quite a lucky number as well, as such. But so we're talking about seven being like your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, finding something new, moving on to something new. And what do I have?
Yeah.
I've got the Hermit. I love the Hermit.
Uh,
It's about enjoying being, and we were talking about it earlier, enjoy being in your own company, enjoy being in your own energy, that time for contemplation, that time to focus. Sometimes just having that meditation outdoors gives you that extra strength. Whenever you go meditating, a couple of things I always say to take with you. Take that diary that you've brought for your manifestation. Use that to write your meditations down. Take a bottle of water as well. It's always important to have water after you meditated. It helps with the grounding. It helps to re-energize you. But then what you can do is when you're taking this out into the countryside, write down what your meditation was. Write down as much as you can remember, because in there, there's always messages. And it gives you that focus. It gives you that drive for moving forward. But it will also give you those messages from spirit. And sometimes we just need that little bit of alone time to focus on our problems or to focus on our obstacles rather than calling them problems. But it helps
yeah.
us find the solutions to our obstacles. It helps us find our solutions around. And sometimes those solutions aren't always the ones we want. The amount of times my guys will be like, you need to do this. No, you need to do
Uh,
this. No. And they're like, you're doing it. And they give me that shove. And then they kind of throw me in the middle of it. And I'm like, I didn't want this. They're like, well, you need it. And I'm like, thanks. But it helps us to face our problems and to work with those solutions. So sometimes just sitting there helps us to bring in, because if there's a lot going on at home or in your personal life or with friendships, you know what? I'm a massive believer. I don't know if anyone saw the other day. I mean, I was meant to get up on my local hills, and lo and behold, the trains kept cancelling. There was delays, and it was like, well, I'm clearly not meant to go to Malvern. So I ended up finding a different countryside walk near where I live, to the point where I kind of got lost, but then found my way again. But you know what? I loved it, and it's a walk I'm going to do again. But it was putting me into that headspace that I needed to be on my own. I had, for me, it's Pink Floyd in my ears. I'm walking along, listening to Shine On You Crazy Diamond. That helps me go off into my own little world and connect with my spirit guides. And it helped me realize some ideas or start to put some things into perspective. So, that's what the hermit is. It's getting outdoors, it's getting into nature, it's being inside your own head and not being afraid to be there, because it will give us the answers. I hope that makes sense.
It does indeed. You nailed it.
I kind of tend to have a ramble or
I
go off
love
on a
it. I love it.
tangent.
It's all important information, so you can ramble as long as you want, Randy. I love it.
I really
It's
appreciate
wonderful.
that. So thank you.
We really do need to hear. We hear something that resonates. It's almost like we're getting a hug. You know what I mean? It's what it kind of feels like. I'm just getting all
I
kinds of
love
hugs from you
that.
today and
Oh,
validation. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
because I
so
needed this.
cool.
It's hard when you've just got so much going on that you don't even really know
Mhm.
what's going on. You're just like, oh my god, it's like overstimulation, and that's what I've been
Yep.
having recently a little bit. Just you know, internally having just one of those moments where like, oh my god, there's so much. It's kind of like when you're trying to clean your own room and you walk in your room and you see what a disaster it is, and you're like, where do I even start? Like, you know what I mean?
I do indeed. I do indeed. Have you got some great countryside near where you live, by any chance, Laura?
I do indeed, yeah. It's
Then you
one
need
one
to
thing
get
I have
out
in
there.
abundance.
Then you
Thank you.
need to get out there and just have that couple of hours to yourself with some music going on in your ears. It'll give you some strength.
Thank you for that, Minty. I really appreciate that.
Hey,
That's
it's
a good
cool.
good advice.
That's so cool. You're more
Water
than
and
welcome.
nature, those are the things we need the most, it seems, these days. you
Ah,
know?
definitely, definitely. Well, water really helps us with our emotions, and it helps us to reflect and focus on our emotions. Fire gives us the strength and the determination to push forward. So if you've got an open fire pit, I love sitting around a fire pit. Anything where there's
Yeah,
a naked flame, it's really good for working on your manifestation energy, for pushing forward with those new ideas. You need the
yeah, I'm
earth,
gonna
the rocks, the
manifest it in front of
trees.
my I've
Exactly.
been meditating. I'm just gonna meditate in front of my wood burning stove now today.
Oh, that's so cool. I definitely do
There
it.
we go.
Definitely do it. But we need the rocks, we need the trees to give us that grounding and
Yes,
that earthiness and that rootedness.
that's
And
true.
actually, I love trees. I mean, I'm always banging on about trees, but they actually teach us that even when we're stood still, we're still growing. It might be slightly slower than if we were running at 100 miles an hour, but we can appreciate everything. And the thing is, with a tree, it will always make sure that every part of the tree gets the equal amount of energy that it needs to grow. And that's how we can learn to grow ourselves as well. And then we need the air to give us that freedom to take that risk, to take that flight, to take that leap of faith. So the elements have a massive, massive impact. And also, I love a really, really good storm, especially if it's really windy, because I'll get out there and it's like I'm giving my aura a hair drying experience of just blowing out all that negative energy away as well.
Oh, that's
So
great.
they all have their equally important part to
Yes,
them.
absolutely. Pick another number, guys. I love it. Minty's got all kinds of wonderful insight coming out today. You know what?
I'm
These
loving
guys,
it.
I saw 11 a lot. Let's do 11.
Let's do 11. I've just literally dropped my
Yeah, I
cards.
don't know why I just feel like hearing 11. See, Aaron just wrote 11 too. See, there's the validation for me.
Hey, that's so
11.
cool. Right, here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let's see what we got. Let's have some water.
Good idea. I'm one of those people that have multiple drinks sitting here. I got like 4 drinks sitting here.
I'm loving this card straight away. You got the the Ace of Cups. It's all about following your heart and not feeling guilty for it. Whatever you're wanting to follow, whatever new idea that you're wanting to do, it's a very. This is kind of like where if you've had to walk away from negative people or a negative situation, don't feel guilty for it because at the end of the day, you're looking after you, and that's the most important thing. We're only responsible for our own happiness. We're not responsible for anyone else's happiness. Okay, if you're a parent and it comes to your child, yes, that's a given. You're responsible for them. But at the same time, you teach them to be responsible for themselves as well. This card is also teaching us that we're responsible for our own happiness. We're responsible for our own peace and calm. No one else can do that for us. The only time, or no, not necessarily the only time, but the best time that we learn to love someone else is when we love ourselves first. Again, this isn't in an egotistical way. We are allowed to love ourselves. We are allowed to like ourselves. We all have needs, wants, and desires, and we are entitled to those needs, wants, and desires. But it's all about balance. That's what it all boils
Yes.
down to.
Moderation.
And this card teaches us that. So whatever you're wanting, exactly, it's moderation, or yeah, it is. It's moderation is the right word. But this card teaches us that whatever we're going to do, make sure we put our full heart into it to get the full benefit from it. And that is what the Ace of Cups is all about. So if anyone's got any new goals, new dreams, new ideas, put your whole heart into it, you know. And it is about following your heart. You are allowed to say no to people. You are allowed to follow your own dreams. You are allowed to follow your own goals. You know, you don't always have to. If someone's trying to put you down, clear them off, bin them off, because they're not the right people for you. I hope that makes sense.
Does indeed.
Oh, what's
Just
that? When my
reading through the
husband says I
comments
made
here.
him mad over something pretty petty, I say, well, that's your choice. You have the power, not me. Completely agree there, purposeful Sarah. It is. He's making that choice to be mad. He's making that choice to be angry. He's making that choice not to listen to what you're trying to say. You know, it's not that when people come to us for advice or we're talking about something or there's a bit of a disagreement going on, we don't always have to agree with the person, but I always say, try to listen, try to understand it from there. It's not always easy. Don't get me wrong, we're all human. Even I make this mistake. I don't always listen until later on and go, actually, you know what? I really was a bit of an idiot there, and I really should have listened a little bit more. That's called being human, though. But what it is we try to listen, we try to understand, but also respecting our own boundaries and respecting our own energy at the same time as well. I hope that makes sense.
It makes a world of sense. It really does. I know these
That's
messages
so
for a lot
cool.
of other
That's
people
so
too, but
cool.
man,
I
they
love
resonate with me today for sure. It certainly
You know
resonates.
what? And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Just, you know, sometimes the amount of times, I mean, I don't know if you notice this, but the amount of times I do a reading for someone and then my guys will pop up and go, are you listening? And I'm like, shut up. It's like, this isn't for me. And it's like, oh, it's so for you, but you're just choosing to ignore it. And I'm like, oh, I'm not ignoring anything.
That's funny.
But it's brilliant. It is funny though when I'll pull someone, I'm saying something to someone, I'm like, no, I can take that for myself as well. But that's how spirit
So
works. They're
true.
there as a guidance. They're there as a guidance. And I just wish sometimes my guys, they love to be cheeky with me. And I do wish sometimes they wouldn't just pop up and go, "I need you paying attention." I'm like, "No." It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Have we got any more
So let's pick.
numbers?
I was gonna say,
What
do you
other
guys
numbers
want
have
to
we got
ask
going on?
another number? Any other numbers that are resonating with people?
Again,
What
this is
number
the
have you
human
guys got
side
in
as
your head?
well, though. We don't like taking our own medicine.
That's true. That's true. We really don't. How come we got 3 12s? Did we already do a
Oh,
12?
12. 12 seems to be jumping up. Let's
No.
go for number
Did we do
12.
it? Let's do 12. Yeah. Look at all those 12s.
Nope, nope. We've done 11 and we've done a 13, but we haven't done a 12. Let's do a 12.
We're
I
doing
like
numbers
12.
up to 20, guys. Up to 20.
And the three
Because Minty,
12s will make the
there
14th
aren't
free.
88 tarot cards in a deck. So
This is true.
we're
This is
keeping it
true.
to 20.
Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we've actually got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is all about finances. So what I feel is this is time to now actually start for anyone that's got 12. Be mindful of what you're spending at the moment. I feel like I'm wanting to invest or I'm wanting to save or I'm wanting to squirrel away. And it's about sorting. It's like I want to focus and sort my finances out. And I feel like the sooner I start focusing on where my expenditure is and to try and adjust it a little bit so I can start squirreling a little bit away, the sooner you start doing this, the easier it's going to become. But I do feel that there is more money coming in by the end of March, beginning of April. Now, I don't necessarily always mean a lottery win. If I knew the lottery numbers, you'll probably actually see me on my own little island. I can't even get one number, let alone 6. But this is time to focus on those finances. So just being that little bit more careful, looking at where to invest it. So, and it will start returning for itself. So I hope this is all making sense.
Steph said, "Stop making me feel this way."
I'm a bit concerned on how I'm making you feel. I'm hoping it's a good one.
All warm and fuzzy, baby.
Well, you know what? I hope so. Oh.
Somebody just said 10. I don't know why. I like the number 10.
Let's go with 10. Let's do a 10.
Anybody else resonate with the number 10? This is for you then.
Here we go.
Or even the number 1. Technically 1 as well. 1 and 10.
Well, yes. That sounds good to me. 1 and 10. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what we got. Fuzzy rainbows. I love the fuzzy rainbows. Wow. Ooh. New relationships or relationships that are existing that are going to a deeper level. And I feel like there's a lot of new relationships coming in. So if there's anyone new that you're talking to, trust the feelings. Open up a little bit. Allow that person in a little bit more. You might be a bit guarded if it's something new because it's like, well, I've been burnt before, but it's that learning to trust. But what I get from this is a lot of passion, a lot of balance, a lot of support, a lot of lifting up. It might be a little whirlwindy, but it's got great strength there.
Now it's my turn to run away.
That great support.
No.
But it's got that great support. It's got that great strength there, and it's allowing that someone in. And if it's an existing relationship, then I feel that communication is getting better, or I feel that the passion is starting to come back into it again as well. But it's about having those open, honest conversations and being very clear on what you want and what you expect. Nothing wrong with that as well. So I hope that makes sense.
Well, congratulations to anybody that's not me hearing that right now. Because I don't know.
Oh. Would you like me to?
Right. I was saying, go ahead, share your thoughts.
Go for it. No,
I was
go
just
for
gonna
it. It's
ask
all good.
another number, but if you got something else in mind, anybody
Well,
else have another number
I've got a bit of a message for you.
for
If you're
me?
happy to hear it. Yeah, if you're happy
Oh
to hear
shit!
it.
I'll hear it. Okay.
There's someone new coming into your life around the end of April, beginning of May, and I feel that you're going to end up working with them as well. It will start off as a deep friendship. I feel like you might be already talking to them, possibly, or there's potential going on there. But it's that learning to trust, it's that learning to let go. And they're just saying you deserve this happiness coming forward. And I'm actually pulling a card for you, which is the King of Cups. And it's about do it in your own time, do it in your own energy. But the heartfelt energy that's going on is going in the right direction. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that resonates with you or not.
It does not.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just a stubborn little shit. I'm like,
Well, all I'm going
no.
to say is then look out around the
Ah.
end of April, beginning of May, because there's someone new coming into your energy.
Oh, it's a terrifying thought. Okay, thank you.
I'm only the messenger. Please don't shoot me.
Thank you for the warning, Minty.
That's all good. I'm glad you see it as a warning rather than a positive.
Ah.
I love it. That's great.
I think it's because I haven't. This is the first solid year of being single that I've had since I was
Yeah,
16.
that's
I've
cool.
never had more than a year of being single, and I just crossed into a full year of being single, and I'm just like, yeah. So my mom has even said to me, she's like, "You're so much happier when you're by yourself," and I'm like, "Yeah, tell me about it." Like that's why I'm like, don't ruin it for me.
What I'm being shown is though it'll start off as a deep friendship and it'll grow into a
You-
relationship. So,
Man, it would have to be me with a
or,
penis for me to be interested, I must say.
all I can say is, oops.
I am stubborn.
There's nothing wrong with being stubborn. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to be interested to hear that by the end of April, beginning of May, I'll be interested to hear uh, how things go.
I'll keep you updated.
That'd be awesome. That'd be
Oh, so
awesome.
funny. Oh my god. Somebody pick a number quick.
Oh dear.
You made me blush. I'm gonna start turning red now. God damn it. 3. There we
Oh,
go. Thank you, Daniel. 3 it is.
three. Let's go for number three. We'll go for a three. We'll change the subject, shall we? I bet it comes up with love. One, two. Okay. It's not coming up with love, but actually, it's coming up with one of my favorite cards again. Most people really don't like the Ten of Swords. I do, because for me, this one is very much about a clearing of energy.
Yes.
All your hard work's been done. There's been massive, massive changes for people over the last 12, 18 months. And it does feel like someone's come along, thrown everything up in the air, and it's
Yeah.
just starting to finally settle. And you're starting to get that foundation. You're looking towards the future. You're looking towards a new, brighter beginning. I love the fact that we got the crows flying overhead because that's kind of saying that negativity is just gone. Yes, it's very barren around where she is, but if you look at her, she's standing very tall, very straight, very focused. What I want to say is, though, you've got this new fertile ground that you can build your new life on. So this isn't necessarily a complete disaster. This is more of I am now planting new seeds, new growth, new me, moving forward in a much stronger place. I hope that makes sense. Oh, someone's
Yes, it
just put,
does.
excuse me, I just asked for that next card to be confirmation. Jackie, whatever's going on with you, I want to say you're making the right decisions, you're making the right choices, and you are putting yourself first. and this is very much the right time for you. And the next 3 months, sorry, Jackie, I just want to say the next 3 months for you, they are going to be hard work, but you're realizing who your true friends and family are, and it's the right decision. If you can give me any confirmation on that, Jackie Sanderson, I hope that makes sense for you. So thank you. Sorry, I just had to do that because that was coming
I
in
love it
a
when you
bit.
do that. Don't you dare apologize. I love it. You let those messages come out. You keep that throat chakra open.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
I love it.
I love that. Oh, it was just my Moldavite. I've got, oh, I love Moldavite. Moldavite's a great
Yeah,
crystal to
I've
have.
always
It
got my little
really is.
moldavite around. Yeah, it's one of my
I have
favorite
got the
crystals. Something about
tiniest,
it.
tiniest. I have got this tiny, where's my camera? Tiny
Oh,
little shard.
that's
It is like the tiniest little shard that I got given to me. And I'm very, very grateful for the person that gave me that. I must admit. Oh, we got a number two. Let's go for number two. We're getting some low numbers.
Let's
I'm
do it.
liking the low
Yeah, let's
numbers.
do it. I'm fine with that. Let's do it.
Let's do number two. So we got one, we got two. Wow. Actually, funny enough, the two that I've pulled out, I've actually pulled two cards out without realizing it. So I am going to do both. It's great. So the first one, I've got strength, new beginnings. That's because I'm drawn to the lamb. But I've also got the empress, which again is also about new beginnings. So for me, yes, the Empress is normally about pregnancy or new arrivals, but I love the fact we've got the strength with this as well. So I feel like people that have picked number two are looking at new ideas. There's like new ways of working, new places of living. I do feel like there's a new family member coming in. And I'm not sure who it is, but someone's got a little girl coming into the family by the end of March, beginning of April, is what I'm being shown. And I feel like the pregnancy was more of a pleasant surprise than a plan, but there's a huge ball of sunshine that is coming in into this family and it's pulling the family back together again as well. It's going to really kind of bring people back together. But for these two cards to come through together, it's also very much about the it's like there's a new me, there's a new energy. I'm much stronger in myself. I've got much more confidence in myself, but I'm wanting to try that new adventure, that new journey. And that does feel like it's work related. So whether it's trying a new business or something along those lines, I do feel that there's like new business ideas and it's the right time to go forward with it and to allow it to grow, allow it to nurture. I hope that makes sense.
There's a couple people with big families that are a little freaked out right now, but
Oops.
It's so funny.
Oh, I love it.
That
I
was a
love
great
it.
card, by the way.
I love it. And I love the fact
Uh,
that two cards came out for number two. That was like absolutely mental. That was mad. It was bonkers.
no
My
coincidence.
daughter picked. Oh, we got 17. Shall we do 17?
Let's do 17. I've been seeing that number quite a bit. I was looking at it as well. Yep, 17 works.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Here we go. Wow, happiness and success. I love this card. I'm hoping you guys can see this one. I
Yeah, I
love
do.
this card. It just brings that joy, that freedom. It's like I've achieved my goals. I feel like if people have been doing courses or exams or they've been training, there's been training going on. I do feel like there is this proper, yes, I've achieved it. I've achieved my goals and I can be proud of myself. There's a lot of joy in this as well. It's remembering to have fun. It's remembering to enjoy those days off and being proud and successful with friends and family as well. Say that again. Say that again. Whoever's got exams coming up and someone's got an exam to do, I feel mid or end of February, don't rush it. Take your time with the revision and take your time with the exam. Make sure you read through the questions properly before answering it. But this will be the second time you're doing this test, but I do feel like you will pass it. I don't know if that's like a driving test, a work test, a college, or something like that, but there's some sort of exam coming up mid to end of February. I hope that makes sense for somebody.
Wonderful.
No worries.
Somebody's asking about number 9, so we'll do that one next.
Number 9. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done
So
9 yet, have we?
no, we haven't. And 9 is normally about completion. It's normally about closure. It's normally about I'm ready for the new chapter. I'm ready for the new beginning. So that's what 9 normally means for me. Right, let's have a look, see what we got on the number 9. See where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Wow.
Y'all are
4
cracking
of
me up with these
cups.
comments today. Oh, 4 cups? Nice.
4 of cups. It's about trying to find something new. It's like I feel like there's a frustration in. Show me that again. This is more hobby related than anything else. I feel like I'm kind of a little bit bored, a little bit frustrated. I'm wanting something new, but I don't know what I want. It's like I keep looking over and I keep thinking the grass is greener on the other side. But it's about finding that happiness in myself. Sometimes we can be overwhelmed with too many different choices of what we want to do. But what I feel is that if you write a list of what you would like to do and start from the top, and if it works, great. If not, move on to the next one or move on to the third one. But I do feel like it's about trying to find something that makes me happy, not doing things for other people. It's doing it for myself. So I hope this makes sense.
It does.
Cool.
It's a great card, too.
It is a great card. And it is saying you can find that happiness, but it's just pushing yourself out that comfort zone, put that little bit of effort in, and you'll move forward with it. Excuse me.
What numbers haven't we done yet? Let's see. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like honoring Claire's 22. I know it's over 20. It's over 20.
Let's do 22. Let's do
I like the
22.
number 22. Let's see what 22 is got in store for us. I resonate
1,
with that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
I think we may have to do another 8 again because everybody's asking for the same number again.
They want a number 8 again.
Yeah, I want another number 8. We'll do 22. What's that one?
So 22, we got the 9 of Pentacles. So it's all about making your money grow. So this I feel is that what we've invested. So this is like people that are working for themselves. There's new work coming in. There's new clients coming in. I feel like I can take, it's like I can pick and choose a little bit more about what jobs I'm doing, what jobs I'm not. Start being a bit more choosy on where you're wanting to work or what you're wanting to do, because sometimes having all the little jobs are not worthwhile, and actually having a bigger job can actually be more profitable in that sense. And they're saying focus where you're putting your energy. Don't waste your energy on something that doesn't bring you the happiness and the satisfaction, but it will also bring you in the financial reward at the same time as well. So I hope that makes sense.
Oh, it does. That's why I'm giving a cheeky smile right now, because I know that was absolutely spot on for Claire right now. She's got
that's brilliant. I love that.
Messages. It was spot on. Exactly.
That's awesome. And you say you want a number 8. So let's do a number 8.
Everybody's asking for 8 again. So let's do another. We'll do it's a shuffle, so it's a different card you'd get anyway. So
it should be, yeah. 1,
it
2,
should be. Good point. Yeah, it should be.
4, 5,
you never know
6, 7, 8. Here we go. We've got to do a number 8. Oh, 9 of Wands. Better boundaries. Yeah, this one for me, it's kind of like saying I'm standing in my truth. I'm speaking my truth. I've got to speak my mind, not to hold back anymore, not to bite my tongue. So if anyone's got a little bit of a conflict going on where they need to be speaking their truth more, or doing better at looking after their own energy, this is the time to do it. And I do feel like there is quick resolve in conflict. Now, this for me feels more family related, but you can also use this for your work related as well. But it's where you're feeling like you're not being valued enough. Speak your truth. Open that throat chakra, exactly, Erin. Open that throat chakra. And a great crystal to help you open your throat chakra, if I've got it to hand, which I, oh, it might be in my pocket actually. It probably is in my pocket. There's a great crystal called chocolate calcite, and it's this
Ooh,
one. And it's really good for helping you
it's
speak your
like a
truth,
sweetie.
for helping you. It does. It does look like a chocolate toffee.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really good for helping you speak your mind, opening your throat chakra. Or actually, you could also use turquoise as well, because blue is
Yeah, well,
normally the
turquoise.
color
Yeah.
for the chakra energy, and turquoise is really good for that. But it is about stepping into your truth and not being afraid to speak your mind. So anyone that's needing to do that at the moment, this is the right time to do it. And it's actually people will, the right people will respect it. The people that might be the ones that you're talking to and saying, you know what, I'm not happy with how you're treating me. I'm not happy with this situation. And if they won't respect your thoughts or views, then they're not the right people for you. So I hope this is making sense.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
a tough lesson that many of us still need to hear. You know, it's hard to say goodbye to people that aren't, aren't on the same vibe anymore.
Exactly. It really, really is. And even I
And
struggle
that
with
means
it.
doesn't say anything
You know,
negative about either one, you're just not on the same path. You're not walking parallel at the moment, and that's totally okay.
exactly, exactly. And and if you can have that open, honest conversation where you're not walking on the same path or you're not in the right place, it can actually also empower you both at the same time. And I'm going to speak on a very, very personal level now. Uh, Mand, my ex-wife, we both realized that we wanted different things in life, and we had to have that very, very difficult conversation of speaking our truth and saying, this wasn't how we wanted. We never wanted the separation to happen, but it happened. But it was about us both being responsible and adult enough to be able to speak our truth and to listen and to understand. And it was amicable, and it's still friendly, it's still there for each other. So that's important, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
So sometimes having those difficult conversations can actually be quite empowering at the same time.
As long as both sides are willing to communicate, you can fix things. But if one side
You
shuts down
can.
and the other doesn't, then it's almost impossible to try and fix things. And it's better to just wait until some of the energy clears, I think, until you try and have that conversation
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. And it takes time. It takes time. It's never always easy. It's never always easy. But it does,
Yeah,
you do what you can. You do what you can. Who have we
absolutely.
got next?
Two people just
What's
said
the next
18.
number? Let's do 18. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Here we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12,
I
13,
feel you on
14,
that, Daniel.
15, 16,
Amen to that. Actually, I
18.
think I'm
Here we
both. It depends
go.
on the day.
I think it's one of those. I think sometimes you've got to be a bit of a fighter to have that strength to push forwards and not being taken for granted. But it's also good to have that lover side as well, where it's not so much keeping the calm in a toxic way. It's not allowing someone to manipulate or control the situation, because you need that fighter side to keep your boundaries in place, to keep that strength, but you've also got the empathy and the compassion for listening to others. So it's good to have a balance of both. But we were talking about 18, and it's about sitting in your true power. And I love the Seven of Wands. I really, really do. Because it's like I'm following many different spiritual paths. I'm giving each one a bit of a equal amount of time, but I'm actually following my heart and following myself and finding myself and being happy in myself. I mean, if you look at her face, if you look at the way she's sitting, she's confident, she's happy, she's content. The one wand is slightly more because I feel like it's about following my true, what I really want to follow at the moment. It's not that I'm neglecting anything else. It's just that I'm actually following that new path and I'm happy to take it forward. So I hope that makes sense.
It does indeed. Thank you very much.
Are we still there?
I
There we
asked
go.
for 15. I don't think we've done
That's
15
cool.
yet.
That's
Have
cool.
we? Have we done 15?
Say that again.
Have we done number 15? I don't think we have. Have we? I can't remember.
No, I don't think we have. But let's do
Let's try
15
that,
anyway. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do 15. Somebody just said 15.
1,
Cool.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's why I was aiming
8,
for 20, so that
9.
way we weren't really going to be able to fit 20, more than 20 in 90 minutes, you guys. That's why I was trying to kind of keep it to about 20 readings or so.
Wow.
We still got, I know, it's already been an hour and 11 minutes. What's that?
So whoever was asking for 15, I've got the same one again, 6 of Wands. It's about success and happiness. And I do feel that whoever was asking for 15, whatever you're working towards at the moment, by the end of March, you've got that success and happiness coming in. I don't know if there's like a promotion that you're working towards or something along those lines, but they're saying go for it. Don't talk yourself out of it because it's the right thing for you to be doing. It's the right path for you to be doing. So I hope that makes sense.
Wonderful.
Oh,
I saw the spammer, by the way. I got them.
I was going to say, I saw a little scammer on there.
He tried, but I gave him the bad hammer.
I like it. I like it. It's like as quick as he comes in, he's quickly gone. He's clearing that negative energy. That's right. That's right. You know what? I'm going to pick a number for you guys. I'm going to pick a number for you guys. And I'm going to go for 18. I want to do, no, actually 9. Sorry, I just got told off by my guides. It's 19, not 18. So 19.
Okay.
1,
19.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Matt.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. 19. Here we go. I promise you, I'm shuffling these cards, but I've just got the happiness card again. It's about having fun. It's about bringing new energy in. It's about having fun and laughter. And I think I need to be paying attention to this one because it was me that was told to go for this number. And it's about following my heart and following the happiness and following the peace. So if anyone's picked 19, have that fun. Go out, plan something exciting to do. It might be that you want to go go-karting or bowling or skydiving or abseiling or canoeing or kayaking or something. But go and pick that something fun. Push yourself out that comfort zone and go and enjoy it. That's the important part. Hope that makes sense.
I just had the thought to ask, is there anybody that's going through something really heavy right now that would like a reading? Just to really quickly, somebody that's really struggling right now and would love a reading. I don't know why my intuition just told me to ask, but speak up. Remember, hold your peace. We got a few more minutes to spare, so if anybody's going through something really heavy and you want to know something, and
if you've got a particular question,
say yes.
If you've got a particular question that you would like an answer to, pop the question.
Particular question.
Makes it easier.
I realize there's 92 people here. They're probably all going through some shit right now, so I probably just started something.
That's fine.
Maybe since there's so many people, maybe we could do another. Let's do 2 more readings for the collective. And see if if those 2 readings will actually end up, because we're running slightly out of time here. I've got to start promoting some divinate stuff here in a minute.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Right, let's pull a card for the collective. Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys are going, this is for people who are really going through some heavy shit.
So I've got the 6. I've got the 6 of coins, and for me, the symbol of the money coming in, the money going out. It's about changing your energy. It's about changing your focus. It's focus on what you need and give yourself that time that you need. By letting go of what you don't need, you're making room for that positive energy to come in. So it's always moving, it's always interchanging. It doesn't always feel like it's going quick enough, but you are always moving forward. Remember to give yourself that time to heal. If you're needing that time away from someone or you're needing that space, there is nothing wrong in saying so because it's important to allow yourself that time to heal. And it's allowing yourself to take that. Someone's just put taking my energy back. Exactly, take the energy back, do what's right for you. You know, I mentioned it earlier, you're not responsible for other people's happiness, but you are responsible for your own. And sometimes to find our own happiness, as my grandfather always used to put it, you got to go sometimes through the rubbish to get to the good stuff. Because then when you get to the good stuff, you really appreciate it because you've done the hard work. And sometimes it's letting go of that negativity, it's letting go of that painful hurt and pain, but that doesn't last forever. And that happiness
Oh,
will
you
come
little
back in.
shit. Sorry. Somebody else
No,
just
you're fine. That's cool. No worries. We
little
got another
bastard.
spammer. Oh, little spammers. Like anyone is actually
I
going to
was
go,
listening
yes,
to you,
please.
so I wasn't reading the comments. Little
No,
shit.
it's cool. That's okay. But it does make me laugh that
I
they
got him.
try because
I got him.
it's like when they come on and they're like, "Oh yeah, message me." It's like, yeah, because they really are gonna have people for It's like no, no. It's just like ignore anyone like that. But no, what I want to say is it's looking after your own energy. So I hope that makes
Yes,
sense. I hope that
it really
helps.
does. Looking after your own energy is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. It really is
It
because
really is.
it's a form of protection. It's a form of really just getting to know you. It's a form of self-love, really, if you think about it, because you have to establish these boundaries and make sure that
Exactly.
other people's energy isn't affecting you. And a lot of people get upset with me over saying this. I've said it a few times, but don't hang out with somebody that's low vibe. And I don't mean somebody that's
Exactly.
going through something really heavy and you're helping them through it and you're holding space for that person. That's different. I'm talking about energy vampires and people who are negative all the time, who complain about their lives, but they don't do anything to change things. There's a lot of people who are very draining and you don't realize, why you feel so exhausted when you leave. That's why. It's because they're quite literally just sapping energy from you without you knowing it.
Completely
So
agree with that. Completely agree with that. Erin, she's just put, can we get a reading for the girl whose dad is missing? I would like to do that reading if we've got time, if that's possible.
sorry to hear that, by the way, Christina. I was
And
gonna
I
message
am
you
so,
after.
so sorry.
So
Um, do you have a message where there's more information, or do you know what
I
the
would
information
contact
is?
Tara Maloof. She does those things. Tara does those where she does there's like soul rescue type things. So she may
Right,
be able to
gotcha.
tune in. So have a word with Tara Maloof and see if she can help you.
No, I'm just wondering if there was anyone that's actually put a message up about the father that's missing. I didn't know what the question was or what the
No, Christina's father is missing, and she was hoping to get some insight
right.
from spirit for that.
Okay, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let me see what we got going. If you're
I'll
happy for
ask.
me to
I
do that,
realize, but you know,
are you happy for me to do that?
me
Okay.
personally, I'm it's Christina. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, Christina, I hope you don't mind me linking in. I want to link in for you. And actually, I'm going to be using one of my crystals to help link in with your energy. And the energy I've got is I want to use my rose quartz. Schizophrenia has disappeared. I haven't connected to anyone. Okay, Christina, I'm so, so sorry for this. I really, really am. I feel like this has been, I want to say he's been missing for about a week to 2 weeks is the time frame I'm being given. If you can give me confirmation as quickly as possible, I'll be really, really appreciative of it. Oh, okay. Very much stuck inside his own head, very much lost inside his own head. It's like he wasn't being heard or he wasn't being listened to. I do feel that he wasn't happy where he was, and the people that were caring for him, I want to say they weren't necessarily treating him the right way, if that makes any sense at all. I can never give any guarantees. I can never give any definites. Um, but I do feel like he loves being out in nature, and I don't know if there's a forest or a wood nearby where he lives or near where you live. But I feel like he loves being out in nature. He loves walking, and I feel like I'm being shown a wooded area or a forest area. I feel like he's found somewhere where he's feeling comfortable at the moment. I don't feel like there's anything sinister or nasty that has happened, but I do feel there has been over the last 3 or 4 days, there's been either sightings or information of possibly of being where he's of him being seen or has been seen by people. I don't know if this is making any sense or not. I hope it does. Thank you for the confirmation about the nature because he does love being out in nature. He loves the birds, he loves the wildlife. I'm in another country, so I'm feeling helpless. I'm so sorry to hear this. But what I do feel is I do feel like there has been sightings or there has been, um, like I say, information over the last few days. I do feel like he will be found, and I do feel like he will be found. I want to say by middle of February. I hope this is making sense. Excuse me. But I don't feel like I'm losing hope. I don't feel like I'm giving up. I feel like it's headspace. I hope this is making sense. I really, really do. Um, that's what I'm being shown. But I do feel like, yeah, it's not, it's like I'm on the outskirts of a town or a village. I feel like I say, there's this wooded area that's on the outskirts of a town or a village, and I feel like he's been in there. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. Thank you so much. The last one to have contacted him. I did get the feeling that he was feeling a little bit lost, but I do feel like you will. I do. I can never give guarantees.
If you
I
private
honestly.
message me his name, Christina, I'm gonna be doing clearings for practice later, so we'll do a scan on him and find out what's going on from his soul guides. So just message me, okay?
I hope that
We'll figure
helps.
it out.
Who's
We'll see
that?
what your soul guides say.
Who's
Hmm?
that? Brad Wolf. What is that? Not sure. Not sure.
I don't know.
But
Brad is new. He's new around here.
gotcha. Christine, I hope that helps, and I hope that does make some sort of sense, and I hope you find him soon. I really, really do. And I'm sending you healing to help you with that as well.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So we got one more. We were gonna do one more reading, yeah? All right, let's do
Good to
one
me.
more, and then
Let's do one more collective. I'm actually going to swap cards. I'm going to use my friend's Oracle cards
nice.
because I love these cards and I feel like we could do with a slight change. And I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. Let's do this. Here we go. I love it. What a great card to have. And it's all about stop looking backwards. Times it's good to see how far we've come and to see where we've come from, but we're not in the past. We don't have to dwell there. But the forward is moving forward, is the best is yet to come. This year is very much a year about great change. It's great positive energy going on as well. It's about trying new things, it's breaking out of our comfort zone. So move forward and enjoy, but start planning time for yourself about trying to find new experiences. So I hope
The sound keeps cutting out for some reason. That's really weird. No, now you're muted somehow. Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
I'm back.
now.
My headphones, they actually just died right at the end there.
Oh, okay.
Apologize. But
All
I am
right.
back. I am back.
There we go. Was there something you wanted to add for that last part there? We missed it.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's just about pushing yourself out your comfort zone, try something new, and it's like book those plans, book those short trips away, or book those days off. Make sure you get time for you. It's equally important.
Thank you so much for that. You know, a lot of us have a hard time with doing that, you know, putting ourselves first. So thank you for that. I'm going to share your link for everybody that's watching so that they can follow you.
Thank you.
And Minty does these live readings as well, guys, on his own page. So make sure that you give him a follow, okay? Minty is amazing. He's so supportive in this community. We just love you to bits, Minty. Thank you.
I am so grateful to be here, and thank you so much for having me back on. If anyone would like to book me for a one-to-one reading, I do charge 40 UK pounds. They normally last around about 45 minutes to an hour, and you can message me on my Facebook page to make a booking.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And just for the record, guys, we have some events on Divinate today, on divinate.com today on the Mighty Network. We're going to have the, let's see, 1 p.m. live stream with Danielle and Laura and Daniela. So that will be a shadow work live stream. So for those of you who are looking for some help with your shadow work, you don't want to miss it, okay? Trust me. At 9 p.m. tonight, Ron and Michael of New Earth Ascending is going to be leading a group journey for multidimensional healing. Those are the guys from IQH Hypnosis, if you remember them. Really lovely vibes on this too. So make sure you attend that one as well. That's at 9 o'clock EST tonight. And remember that Siddhartha is on Wednesday at 1 p.m. So thank you, guys. I love you all. Yes, Siddhartha is at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so don't miss that one, all right? Mwah! Thank you, Minty. You're the best.
Thank you so much.
Love you all, guys. And yes, everything is always recorded. Much love, guys. See you later. Bye.